everyone. I am here with my amazing friend, Sondra Wyckoff, and I am so excited to be here today for a plethora of different reasons, which we're about to dig into right now. But first and foremost, I want to welcome the extraordinary Sondra, because she has an incredible journey that we want to share with all of you today. When I first met Sondra, as I mentioned in my post earlier today, I was blown away that she wanted to share a story about something that she was going through. Most people I speak with, they want to wait until they have made it through. They want to wait until the achievement part of the process. They want to wait until the success. Rightfully so. I mean, I totally get it. Most people want to say, look, I've been through this and I've been able to come through it and succeed. And now I want to share how I've done that. But I'll tell you what a lot of people don't do. A lot of people don't say, I'm in it now. I'm in the thick of it. I'm in the mud. I'm in the valley. And I want to connect with you in this place, right? And I want to lock arms with you here, and I want to share tools and resources and support and love in this part of my life, right? And let's do this together, knowing that you have that faith that you will come out the other side and you will be successful. And that is why I am so excited to be connecting with Sondra today and allowing her to share this incredible journey with all of you, because whether you have been through infertility or not, Sondra's story is absolutely inspirational. So Sondra, welcome.
Thank
and
you.
I'm so
Thank
happy
you
to be
so
talking
much.
to you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's kick it off, Sondra, by you sharing. I just kind of gave high-level overview, but I would really love for you to share with those people who are watching, who may not intimately know your story or just learning about you for the first time. Tell us a little bit about where you came up with the idea to want to, first of all, just share about infertility in general.
Sure. So I was inspired to share my story because as I started to go through the process of going to doctor's appointments and telling people about what I was going through, I was honestly very surprised that I was the one going through it, even though it's very common. One in eight women need fertility treatments to start a family. So
Wow.
Within my immediate circle, I was the minority, and I was thinking, there has to be other women that feel the way I feel, that, they're wanting to relate to people in a specific way. So actually one of our friends in common, Mandy Scanlon, had wrote in one of the books in the Inspired Impact book series. In her chapter, she shared a little bit on her IVF journey, and I had no idea that she had even gone through it. And I was like, wow, like I can talk. I know I can talk to Mandy about this. And then I just felt like if more people were sharing, it would make more people realize that they had someone to go to. So that's what inspired me to write my chapter, and in extension, create an online community on Facebook where women can connect and talk and meet. So our Facebook group is called Fearless Femmes Facing Fertility, and it is really concentrated in our tri-state or quad-state area, so Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, just based on where a lot of us are getting fertility treatment. But through sharing and networking, we've expanded to women really all over the United States. So it is a little online family, and just from wanting to share my story in Women Who Illuminate, it's kind of built this larger community online.
So this is what happens. I love what you just shared here. Like, this is what happens when people take their journey and take what they are going through in their life, and they say, I haven't gone through this in vain. And I want to share. First of all, don't you believe that in sharing, like you're doing it to help someone else, but in sharing, like, you feel that connection as well, right? Like,
oh, absolutely.
It's such a beautiful reciprocal relationship, right? And being able to share your story with the world. And so we started this Inspire Impact book series with Women Who Ignite, 20 women. We started with 20, now we do 30. 20 women who were like, I'm going to share my story so that I can help inspire or empower or uplift other women out there, right?
Yep.
Mandy reads that book. Mandy says, I want to be a part of Women Who Inspire, the next book, right? So she is vulnerable, writes in there. This is somebody that you already knew, but you didn't know her journey. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
It's one thing to learn about people that we have never met before, right? And we become inspired by them. But it's another thing when you actually know someone in like everyday life, but you didn't know that part of them. It's such a beautiful thing. The connection becomes so much deeper. And this is what life is all about. So then you get inspired to share your story in Women Who Eliminate, and the ripple effect that that has already created is absolutely beautiful. Your Facebook family, your Facebook group and community is only one part of that, right? But there are so many people who say, you know, like, you're the it girl, right? For infertility, you are the one that says, like, we got this, like, we can support each other. But I want to know, where did you get the courage to share about something that vulnerable and that, honestly, it's painful, right? When you're going through it, it's painful emotionally and physically. Where did you get the strength to want to share that story when you didn't know, when we first met and talked about the book, you didn't know how it was going to end up. You didn't know what the result was going to be. You had faith, but we didn't know.
Right.
Where did you get the courage to share that?
I think because I didn't want it to be like something I was just expecting. Like I feel like I was very naive going into the process and going through all of the testing, and then once they started to break down and give me what my diagnosis was, I felt like very shocked. And here I didn't know myself as well as I thought I did. You know, at the time where I was given, you know, you need to move forward with IVF. It's your best chance of success to have a family. So I kind of wanted to take that realness and share it because, like you said, it's so easy to be like, oh, this is my, you know, these are my babies. Like, I had them through IVF and everything's great. And that person probably still went through a lot of things. But, you know, life isn't always easy. And sometimes it makes it easier to go through things when you know that someone else didn't have it easy, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You just feel comfort in the fact that you are not alone.
Exactly.
So the chapter wasn't enough for Sondra. She said, I love this. This is amazing, but we got to take it to the next level, Kate. And this is where she came up with this extraordinary idea to put together a guidebook. She said, Kate, if I had something like this when I was going through IVF, she said, let me tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I'm going to put together something where I can organize every doctor's appointment, all the medication, everything that I need to track. I'm going to have inspiration in there. I'm going to have everything that I need. It's my Bible, right? Like, I'm taking it with me everywhere I go. And it's going to be my support, my guide, like my companion through this journey. And I was like, this is unreal. Like, I literally could not get behind this project fast enough. It's absolutely extraordinary. So tell us, Sondra, everything you can about this amazing guidebook that is available today. It's finally here, this beautiful thing. Shout out to Margaret. Beautiful, beautiful journey. Tell us about the creation of this and what is your intention for creating this beautiful book?
Yeah, and I just want to share too, Kate and I have been working on this for quite some time. Given the state of 2020, not only did schools get closed and events get canceled, wedding got canceled, but infertility was categorized as an elective treatment or an elective surgery or an elective medical procedure. So there were women that were waiting on Monday, March 15th, to go in and get their embryo transferred, and they got called and said that the clinics were getting shut down.
Wow.
So, you know,
I got chills on that one.
Yeah. Wow. So, you know, it would have been horrible to launch something like this to help women get through their journey at a time when they couldn't even move forward with the doctor's appointments. So I feel that it's very serendipitous that we're doing it now when people are back in it and are able to move forward. So what inspired me was I am a little bit of a type A person, and infertility is a very chaotic and uncontrollable process. So for me and many women like me, and we've talked about this in our Fearless Femmes group, doing something that makes it easier or makes you feel in control in any way, shape, or form is very cathartic and helpful in such a chaotic situation. So I have, I could pull out in my desk right here, probably won't, I don't want to make too much noise in the background, but I have folders of all of my medication sheets, and I have a notebook for writing down questions. I have my planner that I use with my calendar, and then I had a journal over here. So I just kind of had this like stack that I would carry with me and throw in my bag when I would go to my appointments and be like, hold on, like I know I need something in here. And I wanted to just make that easier. So things that I was doing to try to make it easier for me, I wanted to take a step further and consolidate it all in one. So like you were saying, there's a medication tracker, there's a calendar section so you can map out your month. When do your medications start? Where is your 2-week wait going to fall into your timeline? But also let's think about things outside of IVF. How am I feeling today? What is something I'm really looking forward to this weekend or this month that I can write down and think about? What am I grateful for? Thank you for sharing gratitude with me. It is a practice that I use every day, and I wanted to incorporate that in the planner. Affirmations. Let's spark some inspiration here. Let's remind ourselves that we are capable of thinking and controlling our thoughts and putting out the goodness into the world, and in turn getting it back. And you can create your own from the inspiration of the examples I provided, or you can use what I provided. But also, writing them down, going through the process of writing them down, reading them, really putting them out into the universe. And that just makes everything so much easier.
Absolutely. I love what you said there, because the mindset, is the biggest piece of it, right? And what I mean by that is, like there is so much that is out of our control, like you said, but we can still control our choices. We can still control our thoughts. And that in turn then will control our energy, because whatever we're putting out, we're getting back, right? Like, so regardless of where you fall in your belief system, we can all agree upon that. And so if you're only putting out the worry, if you're only putting out the stress, if you're only putting out disorganization, if you're only putting out that you feel out of control, then that's the only things that you're going to be getting back. And that's what's going to show up in your life, right? So what Sondra's saying is that she's giving you an opportunity, along with the scheduling, along with, I love that action of taking back your control. She's also allowing this tool to support your mindset in the process, which is almost forcing you, right, in a way, if you're engaging in this, to put out those positive vibes, to switch your thoughts around it, right? To be putting out the intention of what you do want, which is going to in turn switch the energy. And then what you get back is going to be more of what you want versus more of what you don't want. And I just think that's absolutely brilliant. So please tell us where we can connect with you. Where can we find you? First, start with your Facebook group. You mentioned people from the United States. Let's open this up to people from all over the world, because we are all women. We can all learn from each other. And, if we're thinking of starting a family, if we're in infertility right now, if we have gone through anything with pregnancy and we just want to connect and support other women through that process, I open this group up to all. I just did that. I did that for you. Is that okay? Yeah. I'm opening this up for everybody. Where can we find you?
Sure. So I'll put the link in the comments, but it's called
Perfect.
Fearless Femmes Facing Fertility, FFFF. The logo is my background. If you click on my Facebook profile, so you'll see it there. I have it linked on my Facebook profile. And you can also search on Facebook as well.
Awesome. So if you're chomping at the bit, like I was, to get this incredible guidebook out into the world, like chomping at the bit, I love this project. I love, 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 no BS. I love this project.
Thank you.
I love what it's going to do for women. I love what it's already done for you. I love every aspect of the thought, the care and the thought that went into every single page of creation. I really am so in love with this. So where can people find this way to support you, this way to support infertility, and this guidebook that they can use or purchase for somebody else in their life who may need it?
Yeah, it is available on Amazon.com. I'll add the link in the comments as well.
Okay,
Um,
awesome.
Available on Prime, so you should get it within a timely manner.
Absolutely. And what is so exciting is I got my notification at 11:15 that my guidebook would be here between 11:15 and 3:15 today. And I was like,
Ooh.
oh, I hope it's here for the live, but I'm like watching and it hasn't come yet.
Oh, that's exciting.
So I will take a picture or do something when it gets here. I'll do a little unveiling. But anyway, I'm super duper excited to hold it in my hands and just leaf through it. It's just really amazing. So last question, Sondra, is what can you tell me if I am somebody right now, even whether I'm going through infertility or if I'm just someone who feels out of control, which is a topic that you talk about, and I'm looking for hope right now in these very uncertain times, what can you leave me with?
I would say you're absolutely not alone. Especially in this year, we've all had some sort of flavor of 2020 crazy hit us in the face. And I think what the best thing you can do is find your core people that you can go to them and say, I lost all my money and I have nothing, but I just need you to come over and watch Real Housewives with me, and they'll be there. Find your core people. Don't give up on yourself. If you can do something that makes you happy, whether it's shutting off your phone for an hour and just having a dance party in your kitchen, or finding a new recipe to make, or a new hobby, or maybe it's just like sleeping in one day and blowing off your 5 a.m. workout, whatever it is that you need in that moment, you take it and you do it. And then you move on. I always try to give myself a little bit of time to have the dramatic pity party reaction, and then you got to pick yourself up and move on.
Well, I love what you just said there, which is that you're allowed to have your feelings, right? Like you're allowed to have your feelings, you're allowed to go through your emotions, you're allowed to experience life, right? Just because we talked about the fact that you get to control your mindset and you get to choose again, it doesn't mean that life's always perfect. That's the whole point of the choice process, right? Is that in the moments that it doesn't feel like it's going your way, in the moments that you look around and everything feels like how did I get here, right? Like we've all had that thought at one point or another. The process that we're talking about is allowing yourself to recognize this, have your feelings, and also say, I'm worth more than this.
Okay.
Yes. Like I get to believe in myself. That's what Sondra is saying, is that don't give up on yourself, right? You get to believe in yourself all over again, wherever you need to start right now, wherever you're starting, right? Whether you're starting with healing yourself from childhood or whether you are starting with news that you just got a week ago, wherever you're starting is absolutely perfect. You're not alone. Sondra's here with you. Her group is here with you, and she believes in you, and we believe in you, right? So you have us, you have this community, and we just hope that this sprinkled in a little bit of inspiration and hope for somebody out there today who may have wanted or needed to hear this. And if you want to support Sondra or anyone in your life who is experiencing infertility, please check out her guidebook that is on Amazon today. It is an extraordinary companion that will help the hearts of so many. Sondra, thank you for all that you're doing for women out in the world.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.